Bruno Mars' I Just Might, the track that didn't just top the charts, it shattered them. It officially crowned Bruno Mars as the most streamed artist on Spotify and triggered a ticket-selling frenzy for his romantic tour that broke every single record in history within 24 hours. From the average fan to Hollywood's biggest A-listers, the moves in this music video have left the entire world obsessed. I Just Might isn't just another hit, it's the definitive legacy of Bruno Mars. But how did it all happen? In this video, we are peeling back the curtain. We're tracing the journey from a single spark of an idea to a global phenomenon, introducing you to every hidden genius behind the masterpiece. This is the only video where you'll even learn the name of the editor who crafted these visuals. For a deep dive this exclusive, we've earned your like. And for the legend himself, Bruno Mars deserves a heart in the comments section. Let's dive into the story behind the magic. Over the past decade, Bruno Mars never truly disappeared from the spotlight. He delivered major collaborations.
It's whatever you like. Turn this opposite into a club. I'm talking
From Apt, with Rosie to Die with a Smile alongside Lady Gaga.
If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you.
Both of which generated massive online traction and cultural conversation. But while collaborations kept his presence alive, one thing remained absent: a full solo statement. For nearly 10 years, Bruno did not release a standalone solo record under his own era branding. In an industry driven by constant drops, that kind of restraint stands out. Rather than flooding the market, this release feels positioned as a deliberate solo return. Not just another feature, but the beginning of something personal. Creative discussions around I Just Might suggest a shift toward longevity over virality. Instead of chasing the fastest trend cycle, the track leans into cinematic pacing and emotional depth. If collaborations kept the spotlight warm, this solo release appears designed to reclaim the center of it. When it came time to write I Just Might, Bruno Mars returned to the creative core that has powered many of his biggest hits over the past 2 decades. A partnership rooted in long-standing musical chemistry. This story isn't new. For years, Bruno has worked closely with a team that knows his artistic DNA better than most. Philip Lawrence, Christopher Brody Brown, and producer Ernst Emile II are all credited co-writers on the track alongside Bruno Mars himself.
You know, I think years ago when we started, we always wanted to be on stage, We didn't really want to be songwriters. That happened to be the vehicle to get us on stage. And we can talk about that more later. But we're always thinking about, what is this gonna feel like on stage? And how are we gonna really connect with an audience in a way that they're either gonna wanna sing it back to us or just feel the thing that we're feeling when we hear it. And so we just started kicking around ideas, and next thing you know, this song came about.
At around the 4-minute mark of his interview, Lawrence reflects on the writing process and the musical bond with Bruno, explaining how deep their creative connection runs. Philip Lawrence, a Grammy-winning songwriter and longtime collaborator with Bruno, has been a key force throughout this journey. As an essential member of the creative collective that has shaped Bruno's sound across eras, from early breakout hits to now, Lawrence brings an intuitive understanding of melody, lyrical phrasing, and emotional resonance that complements Mars's style. Their collaboration isn't accidental. It's the result of years of shared musical growth and mutual trust. Over time, this team has helped craft songs that feel both timeless and contemporary, a balancing act that I Just Might embodies perfectly. Rather than chasing the fastest trend or the tightest hook, their writing process appears focused on feeling and groove first, a philosophy that has been with them since their earliest work together. Songs like Just the Way You Are and Locked Out of Heaven were born from that same pursuit of melodic truth, and I Just Might continues that tradition. In interviews surrounding his broader body of work, Lawrence has described the emotional depth and human connection at the heart of their songwriting ethos, emphasizing instinct over formula and feel over flash. His reflections have underscored how Bruno's music, and their collaborations in particular, resonate because they're rooted in genuine artistic expression rather than manufactured trends. For I Just Might, that meant crafting a song that feels familiar yet fresh, driven by groove and soul, but rooted in the collaborative identity this team has honed over time. Official credits confirm production by Bruno Mars and Ernst Emile II, a producer known for blending vintage soul textures with modern clarity. That balance defines the foundation of this record. From the opening seconds, the song establishes a shimmering synth presence. A tone that evokes the warmth of classic analog-era recordings. There's space in the high frequencies, subtle movement in the texture, and a softness that feels intentional rather than overly processed. Then the bass enters, and it doesn't just support the groove, it anchors it. The low end carries a rounded, funk-driven weight reminiscent of late 70s soul and disco records. It feels physical, controlled, and centered. Instead of sitting quietly in the background, it drives the emotional momentum of the track. But this isn't nostalgia for nostalgia's sake. The sub-frequencies are tightened for modern playback systems. The punch translates across streaming platforms, car speakers, and high-end headphones. That balance, vintage groove with contemporary impact, is where the production truly separates itself. Brass accents reinforce the disco-funk lineage embedded in the composition. They don't overwhelm the mix, they breathe within it. Their presence adds lift and movement, expanding the sonic space without crowding it. The drums walk a deliberate line between human feel and structural precision. There's pocket in the rhythm, a slight looseness that keeps it alive. Yet the overall timing remains disciplined enough to compete on modern radio. Nothing feels over-quantized. Nothing feels robotic. Instead, the production embraces controlled imperfection. And that's the strategy. In a musical era dominated by hyper-compressed, algorithm-optimized sound, I Just Might leans into identity over trend. It doesn't chase what's current. It refines what's timeless. Retro influence, modern execution, precision without sterility. That duality is what makes the track resonate, not just as a song, but as a carefully engineered statement. The visuals for I Just Might don't feel like algorithm-driven content. They feel constructed. Officially directed by Daniel Ramos alongside Bruno Mars, the video embraces a staged, performance-centered aesthetic rather than hyper-real digital spectacle. From the opening frame, there's a noticeable warmth in the color grading, a texture that evokes classic film-era cinematography. Whether achieved through practical lighting, lens choice, or post-production grading, the imagery leans into softness over clinical sharpness. Highlights bloom slightly. Shadows carry depth. The atmosphere feels tactile rather than sterile. That choice changes everything. Instead of chasing Ultra HD precision, the video prioritizes mood. The lighting design sculpts Bruno within the frame, isolating him at moments, surrounding him at others, creating visual rhythm that mirrors the music's groove. The set design reinforces this philosophy. Rather than jumping between multiple locations, the video unfolds within a controlled performance space. It feels theatrical, almost like a modern reinterpretation of a vintage television soundstage. The environment doesn't distract, it frames the movement, and movement is central. Bruno appears alongside multiple versions of himself, interacting within the same environment. This concept could have relied heavily on visual effects, but instead it feels grounded in choreography and spatial planning. Each version of Bruno occupies the frame with intention, building momentum through positioning rather than chaos. The camera complements this restraint. It tracks, it observes, it allows performances to breathe. There's no frantic cutting for attention, and that discipline gives the visuals weight that lingers long after the final frame fades. After the music and visuals were completed, I Just Might moved into post-production, the stage where everything starts to feel cohesive. Editing is far more than cutting clips, it's about rhythm and flow. In music videos like this, match cuts, transitions where shapes, movement, or action in one shot connect visually to the next, are often used to create hypnotic continuity that keeps viewers immersed. That visual continuity matters because it mirrors the song's groove. When the video feels like one integrated sequence rather than disjointed snippets, it pulls the audience deeper into the narrative. But no matter how polished the visuals are, the true explosion happened the moment the world heard the music. Upon release, I Just Might made an immediate chart impact. According to Billboard, the song debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Bruno Mars's 10th #1 hit, and his first to launch directly at the top spot, a rare achievement that places it among a select group of songs in chart history. In its first week, the track garnered millions of official streams and significant radio airplay, helping it dominate multiple Billboard charts simultaneously. A chart debut like this doesn't happen by accident. It's a combination of artist stature, anticipation built during the long gap between solo projects, and a song crafted to appeal across demographic lines, from mainstream pop playlists to adult contemporary rotations. While specific streaming milestones like 100 million streams faster than any release of the year aren't officially charted in a globally consolidated public database, early data shows that the track accumulated impressive streaming figures worldwide, confirming its massive reception in multiple markets. Beyond charts and numbers, I Just Might has generated widespread cultural buzz. Critics and fans alike have noted its retro-inspired disco soul feel and its immediate resonance with listeners who had been waiting years for new solo material from Bruno. In many ways, the song represents a rare case where meticulous planning, confident artistic choice, and audience anticipation converged. The outcome wasn't just algorithmic success, it was a reaffirmation of creative impact in an era dominated by fast-moving trends. Whether through chart records or cultural conversations, I Just Might demonstrated that high-tier artistry can still break through, even in a crowded digital landscape. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the making of a masterpiece, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the iconic Res Entertainment family. What was your favorite part of the I Just Might era? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.